In this video, we will dive deep into the influence of three key technologies that have shaped human history. Fire. We will get to know the power of fire, from the ancient use for cooking and heating to developments in industrial technologies based on heat. Wheel. We will understand the decisive impact of the wheel on transportation and technological innovation, starting from its invention to modern engineering achievements. Agriculture. We will focus on the changes in the human way of life following agricultural developments and how they enabled the creation of the first civilizations. This is an educational and inspiring video about technologies that changed the face of history.
Fire was discovered and began to be used by ancient people in ancient times, in the Paleolithic period. The use of fire largely determined the development of human civilization.
The oldest technologies, and at the same time, one of the most important technologies, is the construction of the first fire and the release of the fire. This leap in human evolution made it possible to use fire for lighting, cooking, and keeping warm during the cold season.
But besides, fire was used for defense and attack, which contributed to the development of military art. From the ancient times, the primitive man like Homo erectus used fire about 1.5 million years ago. The use of fire allowed for heating, protection, and cooking, which influenced human behavior. This allowed people to switch from raw food to cooked food, which improved digestion and nutrition. With the development of agriculture, fire became necessary for tillage and vegetation management. It was also used for firing pottery and making various utensils and tools. In modern times, the use of fire increased significantly with the development of industry. Steam engines and burning coal and oil became the basis for industrial production and transportation. Fire currently plays a key role in energy production, heating, and cooking. Technologies such as nuclear energy and renewable energy are also based on processes that include thermal reactions and fire. Modern concept. The use of fire changed and expanded with the advancement of industry, including the use of fire for energy production, cooking, and manufacturing. Contemporary use. In the modern era, the use of fire is used for technological production, including fuel engines, space flights, and genetic engineering. And also for preparing food and in agricultural work. Impact on the environment. The prolonged use of fire contributes to changes in landscapes and ecology, with an impact on the climate and the growth of a variety of species.
Ancient agriculture. The emergence of agriculture is associated with the transition from hunting and gathering cultivated plants to permanent agriculture. This process began about 10,000 years ago in the Neolithic period and occurred independently in different parts of the world. The Neolithic Revolution, the transition of human communities from the primitive economy of hunters and gatherers to established agriculture. On agriculture and animal husbandry, is interpreted as a transition from a property-based economy to a producing economy. According to archaeological data, animal and plant domestication occurred at different times independently in 7 to 8 regions. The earliest center of the Neolithic Revolution is considered to be the Middle East, where domestication began no later than 10,000 years ago. In the central regions of the world system, the change or replacement of hunter-gatherer societies with agrarian societies is dated for a wide time span from 10,000 to the 3rd millennium BC. In most peripheral areas, the transition to a productive economy was completed much later. Ancient cultures. In ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and the Hindu civilization, agriculture became the basis of the economy. Provided food security and economic growth. Agriculture has undergone significant changes since early agriculture. In Western Asia, Egypt, and India, systematic cultivation and collection began. The first of plants previously collected in the wild. The first grains were cultivated in the Fertile Crescent region, wheat, more precisely, buckwheat, einkorn and incorn. Then barley and rye. From the Middle East, these cultures spread to North Africa, Southeast Europe, Persia, and later to India. A little later, the independent discovery of agriculture occurred in the valleys of the Chinese Yangtze and Yellow rivers. In the African Sahel, New Guinea, and Mesoamerica. In China's 7,000 years BC. The rice and millet are grown, later in his house soybeans. Another 2,000 years later, the cultivation of local grain crops began in the Sahel, African rice, sorghum. New Guinea and Ethiopia also domesticated some plants unique to these regions. The first evidence of growing wheat and legumes in the Indus Valley dates back to the 6th millennium BC. 4,000 years BC. The ancestors of the bearers of the Indus culture knew plants such as wheat, peas, sesame, barley, dates, orange and mango, source not specified 3,785 days. Another 500 years later, cotton cultivation began in the Indus Valley. American Indians domesticated corn, tomatoes, pumpkins, potatoes and sunflowers 4 or 5,000 years ago. It is customary to distinguish three main domestication centers: South American, northwest of the continent, Central America, the middle part of Mexico, and North America, Mississippi River Valley. At the beginning of our time, America had big cities with barns. The basic crops were corn, pumpkin and beans, three sisters, system. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance in Europe, there were technological and organizational changes significant in agriculture which contributed to the increase in production. Since 1492, the intercontinental exchange of plants and animals, known as the Columbus Exchange, began in the world. Crops and animals previously known only in the Old World were now introduced to the New World, and vice versa. The tomato in particular has become a favorite in European cuisine. Corn and potatoes also became known to the masses. The British Agricultural Revolution is the development of agriculture in Great Britain between the 15th century and the end of the 19th century. During this period it is possible to notice an unprecedented increase in yield and harvest sizes, ending cycles of food shortages. 16. The BSR took place over hundreds of years, evolution rather than revolution, and was a precursor to similar changes in Europe and the colonies, or happened at the same time. The key to BSR was the development of various agricultural technologies aimed at preventing the loss of nutrients from the soil during farming. At the same time, more fertile varieties of plants were grown that could yield more crops per acre. Farmers using new tools can produce larger crops with fewer helpers. The BSR accelerated with the Industrial Revolution, and advances in chemistry created wealth, scientific knowledge and technology for organized development. More of new fertilizers and new and more productive agricultural machinery. In the 19th century, agriculture experienced an industrial revolution, which resulted in increased productivity through mechanization and the use of fertilizers and pesticides. With the rapid growth of mechanization in the late 19th and 20th centuries, tractors and later combine harvesters made agricultural work possible at a speed previously impossible and on a huge scale. The Green Revolution is a set of changes in the agriculture of developing countries that occurred from the 1940s to the 1970s and led to increased significant in global agricultural production. It included active cultivation of more productive plant varieties, expansion of irrigation, use of fertilizers, pesticides and modern technology. The Green Revolution began in Mexico in 1943 with an agricultural program of the Mexican government and the Rockefeller Foundation. The greatest successes of this program were achieved by Norman Borlaug, who developed many highly effective wheat varieties, including short-stemmed varieties resistant to lodging. Until 1951 to 1956, Mexico was completely self-sufficient in grain and began to export it. For 15 years, the grain harvest in the country increased 3 times. Borlaug's developments were used in breeding work in Colombia, India, Pakistan, and in 1970 Borlaug received the Nobel Peace Prize. Organic farming is a form of farming that consciously minimizes the use of synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, plant growth regulators, food additives, and genetically modified organisms. On the contrary, to increase productivity, provide crops with mineral nutritional elements, exterminate pests and weeds, the effect of crop rotation. Organic fertilizers, manure, compost, crop residues, green manure, etc., various methods of tillage, etc., are in more active use. Until 2007 on Earth, 30.5 million were used. Approximately 1 dunum in accordance with the principles of organic agriculture. Modern challenges and trends. Today, agriculture faces the challenges of climate change, sustainable development and globalization, which require new methods and technologies for sustainable rural development. The invention of the wheel has an ancient history, starting from the 4th millennium BC in ancient Mesopotamia. The wheel was originally used for pottery and was later adapted for vehicles. Over time, the wheel evolved and led to the creation of different types of transportation, mechanisms, and technologies. Although often considered one of the earliest inventions, the wheel came after the invention of agriculture, boats, woven cloth, and pottery. It was invented sometime around 3500 BC. During the transition between the Neolithic and the Bronze Age, wheels were made of wood, with a hole in the core of the axle. The potter's wheel is one of the oldest tools for working with clay. The invention of the potter's wheel had a significant impact on the development of human civilization, and provided the means to create a variety of ceramic products that were used in everyday life, in religious customs, and in commerce. Pottery wheels first appeared in ancient Mesopotamia in the 4th millennium BC. Manual pottery wheels also developed during this period in Iraq and other regions. Over time, pottery wheels continued to evolve. In the 3rd millennium BC, the high-speed pottery wheel was invented, which used the energy of rotation to create products more efficiently. The wheel alone would not have done much for humanity. It was the combination of the wheel and the axle that made early forms of transportation possible. The first carts consisted of wheels and axles that turned together. The spindle rotated between the pegs. Later, the pegs were replaced with holes cut in the wagon frame. Finally, the fixed axle was invented, where the axle did not rotate but was firmly attached to the cart frame. The wheels were mounted on the axle in a way that allowed them to rotate freely. Although it is mainly used for transportation, the wheel has other applications as well. Water mills have ancient origins from ancient times. It is known that the first mentions of water mills date back to the 2nd century BC. In the Roman Empire, described by Vitruvius, the main components of a water mill are a water wheel and a motion transmission mechanism, usually a gear train. The device, invented in India over 2,500 years ago, was used to spin threads from natural fibers such as cotton, linen and wool. The spinning wheel was eventually replaced by the spinning jenny and the spinning frame. The wheel is currently used in a wide variety of technologies, including cars, trains, bicycles and industrial machinery, which play a key role in the world's transportation system. The gyroscope is a navigation device consisting of a rotating wheel and a pair of gimbals. Modern versions of this tool are used in compasses and accelerometers.
Hello everyone. I am very excited to share my new YouTube video with you, and I need your support to continue to bring quality and enriching content. If you enjoyed my content, please help me by like the video, it helps me reach more people and spread the message. Subscribe to the channel using the subscribe button below, so you don't miss any new update or video. Press the bell to receive notifications every time I upload new content. And if you would like to support me directly and help me create more content, you are welcome to join me on Patreon. Your support is significant for me and allows me to continue investing in creating quality and enjoyable content for you. Thank you so much for joining and watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. See you in the next video.